From a very young age, I understood that not every child was as fortunate as I was. Not every child was cherished and protected by their parents. Some of us are born into lives where we're seen as commodities, bought and sold like goods at a market. I'm here today to share a story of resilience, of survival, but most of all, a story about being robbed of a childhood. My parents had dreams for me, dreams that they believed were bigger than the life we were living. I was an innocent child, happy in my own little world, and then everything changed. The woman who came to our home was like a ray of hope in our dark world. She promised to take me to a rich family in the city, a family that could give me the life that my parents couldn't. She spoke of a loving home, quality education, and a bright future. It all sounded too good to be true, but my parents were desperate. They saw this as a chance to lift me out of poverty, to give me opportunities they never had. I remember the day vividly. I was given a new dress, a blue one with white flowers, the nicest I'd ever worn. I felt important, special, only it wasn't for the reasons I imagined. Little did I know it was the color of my future, the color of my sorrow. I remember saying goodbye to my parents. Their faces were wet with tears. They hugged me tightly, whispering promises of love and return, promises that were shattered with every step I took away from them. The journey to the new house was long and filled with strange sights and sounds. When we arrived, I saw a huge mansion, tall walls, iron gates. It looked like a palace, but inside those four walls was a world of sorrow. There were no soft toys in the corners, no laughter echoing in the halls. The woman who had brought me here vanished, leaving me in the hands of a stranger. A man, tall and imposing, his face etched with lines of wealth and power. He was my new father, the millionaire who had purchased me. It quickly became clear that I was not his daughter. I was a possession, an object to fulfill his whims. I was given expensive clothes, fine jewelry, all the material things that screamed wealth. But behind those closed doors, I was a prisoner. My days were filled with endless chores, my nights filled with loneliness. I cooked, I cleaned, I waited. I became a shadow, unseen, unheard. I was denied an education. Books were my only escape, but they were locked away, their pages whispering stories of the world beyond the walls. The kindness that had been promised was a mirage, an illusion spun by the desperation of my parents and the deceit of the traffickers. I searched for solace in books and studies, but those were denied to me. The cold walls of the mansion became my cell, its bars made of gold and marble. I don't hate my parents. I was their only child, the product of their love. They too were victims, ensnared by the cunning web of poverty and false hope. They thought they were giving me away for a better life. Instead, they were signing papers that sealed my fate, papers that allowed me to be bought and sold. As years turned into a decade, I aged, but I didn't grow up. I remained a child trapped in a woman's body. My story is not an isolated one. Millions of children around the world have been robbed of their innocence, their birthright, their childhood. They become commodities, traded in the shadows of society. Yes, laws exist, legal frameworks designed to protect the most vulnerable among us. But laws are only as strong as their enforcement, as fair as the society that upholds them. In the murky depths of poverty, where hope flickers like a candle in the wind, these children are the easiest prey. International organizations strive tirelessly to safeguard children, to be the shield that protects their innocence. But the scope of this problem is vast, though resources often limited. It's a battle that demands not just financial aid, but a fundamental shift in mindset, a collective resolve to ensure that every child's life is valued, every child's future is secured. Healing for me has been a long journey, a path strewn with the debris of my shattered past. I've learned that forgiveness is not about condoning, but about liberating oneself from the shackles of bitterness. My ordeal has ignited within me a passion for justice, a determination to ensure that no child suffers the fate that I did. This story is dedicated to all the silent voices, to the millions of children who've been robbed of their childhood, who've been denied the simple joys of life, laughter, education, love. It's also a call to action, an appeal to the conscience of humanity. Let us all pledge to be the generation that ended the cycle of exploitation, that ensures every child grows up knowing that they are not just a number, not just a statistic, but a cherished member of the human family. Thank you for listening to my story.